welcome back to Jevvy's Picks and the road to 20k. I'm Jevvy. I am the most hungover man in history. I am nearly 30 years old and I've spent all my Sunday throwing my gats up. It is not it, boys. It is not it. It's 4:30 Sunday. It's NFL Monday. Is it week 6 tomorrow? I just can't believe how shit I feel. So going to go through the slate very quickly and give you some of the best tips, best bets. I've already had a good look, so I'll go through the slate as quick as I can. And just there's a couple of key games to look at, and there's some to just miss. Baltimore, Tennessee in London. That's a miss game. Nothing I love in that game. Next game, San Fran at Cleveland. San Fran is the team to bet on, and Christian McCaffrey is the player to bet on. So I'm taking San Fran to win, Christian McCaffrey anytime, and Brock Purdy. His line is 207.5. Geez, I like him for 200. Might just take San Fran to win. If Brock Purdy plays football and he doesn't have to go to hospital after the game and get surgery on his elbow, he's undefeated, 12-0, never lost. LeVar Ball, never lost. He's unbelievable. So be taking San Fran to win. They don't lose football games. Deshaun Watson for Cleveland isn't playing. Thompson Robinson, DTR, isn't good enough to play San Fran. They're playing PJ Walker, who is not an NFL quarterback. I saw this. If you had $100 on CMC every week since he scored his first touchdown and rolled it over, you'd be on 78.6K. I think he scored the last 13, 14, 15 games in a row. He's unbelievable to watch. He is arguably the best footballer in the competition. I love CMC, and I've got another player like this that I'll get to. So San Fran, go Washington at Falcons. Not going to touch this game. Like Bijan Robinson to do something, but I'm not going to touch this game. I don't like the quarterbacks. I don't like the teams that much. I find it hard to bet on. Carolina at Miami. Now, this is a game we are going to go all out on. Miami have only played at home twice this year. They've played at home twice this year. They've scored 70 and 31 in both home games. Tua's thrown for over 300 yards both times. Tyreek Hill has over 150 yards and a touchdown in both games of those home games. Their running backs have gone absolutely wild. When they put 70 on Denver, and Achane and Mostert scored 4 touchdowns each. 4 touchdowns each. And then against the Giants, they had a touchdown each to goodbye for over 200 yards. Mostert is injured. Achane is injured, so it's Mostert is the only player. I'm going to take him for a touchdown for sure. I like Tyreek Hill for a touchdown and winning. I like Tua's over. So over's like 270.5. I like 275. I like 300. 250 is the safest bet. Miami just win. Their alt totals over 30.5. I think that hits as well. Carolina are the worst. Carolina actually the worst team in the NFL. They're going to go to sunny Miami. It's fucking hard down there. So that's the game to have a look at. Vikings at Bears. Not too much in this. No Jefferson. You can't trust Addison yet to step up. If you're going to take anyone, you take Addison, Osborne, Hawkinson, the pass catchers from Minnesota, all for 25, 40 yards. I can't trust that. I actually really like Bears at home, $2.30 favorite, roughies. I actually think they're better than Minnesota. I think Justin Fields will have a big game. I like giving the Bears extra points, but I'm not going to. Indy at Jags is a good one to bet on. Indy starting Gardner Minshew. Jags come back from 2-0 going 2-0 in London, back at home in Jacksonville. They're a fucking good team, Jacksonville. I really like them. I think Trev's going to run wild. I like Trev for 200, 225, even 250. And I like their running back, what's his name? Travis Etienne. He's in fucking good form. Like him for your 50, 60, 70. Any of those, I'll tell you what he's paying. And then Etienne to score as well, I think is a good bet. So, yeah, 50's $1.30. Like, that's a lock. I'll probably be looking at 60 at $1.56. He had 70 in a tut against him in week 1. Been looking at what teams have been doing to Jacksonville, to the Colts. And, like, some weeks a receivers had 150 and 2 on them, or some weeks running backs had 102 on them. So, there's no trend there. They either sell out on stopping the run and they pass all over the yard, or they just try and stop the passing and then running backs just destroy him. So I like Trev in this spot. I like him back home. I like him to win. $1.47 is fucking good value. Saints at Texans, not going to touch this game. They reckon CJ Stroud might throw his first interception. Saints defense is no joke. There's enough tape on CJ Stroud now, so it's so hard. He's been going 300, 250 passing yards. He's an absolute star, but against that Saints defense. They're legit. Will it be the game? And all of a sudden, we all bet on CJ Stroud for 200, 225, 250, and he has 103 interceptions. Is that this game? I'm going to stay away from this game. I don't necessarily rate the Saints. I probably like the Saints to win, but I'm not going to touch it. I bet the Steelers big against the Texans at the Texans, and the Texans just dealt with them. So I'm going to stay away from this game. Seahawks at Bengals. I'm fascinated by this game, but I find it so hard to bet on. Seahawks are... I think the Seahawks are a better side. They're $2.29 at Cincy. Cincy finally came back last week and played what we thought they're going to look like. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow, 300 yards. Jamar Chase, 200, 2 touchdowns. It was like, yeah, this is the Bengals we expect. But before that, Joe Burrow was the worst quarterback in the league. So I don't think Cincy should be $1.63 favourites. Seahawks have had a better season, more consistent. They've got the 2 best corners in the league. I love Witherspoon and Tariq Woolen. I love the Seahawks in this spot. I'm going to stay away from this game because I want to see if Cincy do it 2 weeks in a row. So who just to say, yeah, Joe Burrow had a good game against the Arizona Cardinals. Now he's up against the 2 best cornerbacks. They're good at creating a pass rush, Seattle, even though they don't have that many pass rushes. Who's to say he doesn't go back to that quarterback he was week 1 to 4, where he was the worst quarterback in the NFL because he's dealing with a calf injury. Pete Carroll, they've had a week off, the Seahawks, like a bit of a mini. They've had a bye, so I just see Seahawks winning this head-to-head, $2.29, or you give Seahawks points. I'll add this in. Patriots at Raiders, staying away from this game. Can't trust this game. Can't trust Mac Jones. Can't trust Jimmy G. They reckon Devontae Adams is a little injured. Maybe Josh Jacobs, 50, 60 yards. I wouldn't look too much into this. You can't trust anything. Detroit at Tampa. This is the game. Detroit are my love team. Everyone knows that. I think about if I could take one offense in the whole league to play quarterback behind, I think it would be Detroit. O-line's fire. They've got Montgomery and Gibbs at running back. Yeah, as I was saying, if I could play quarterback for any offense in the league, it probably would be Detroit. They've got the best O-line in the league. They've got Montgomery and Gibbs, 2 running backs, both absolute studs. They've got Sam Laporta at tight end. They've got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, 2 wide receivers. Williams back from being suspended for gambling on NFL, which is funny, something like that. And then they've got like Josh Reynolds. They've got guys everywhere. I absolutely love them. I love their play call. I love Jared Goff. This is the one. David Montgomery anytime. So it's too late to ever be on CMC anytime because he's it's 15 weeks in a row he scored a touchdown now. If you started with 100, you'd be on 78K. The next one is David Montgomery. I'm going to start I'm just going to start with 10, 20 on him. So he's played 4 games this year, injured for 1. 1 touchdown, 74 yards, week 1. 1 touchdown, 67 yards, week 2. 3 touchdowns, 121 yards, week 4. 1 touchdown, 109 yards, week 5. He is dominating games. Detroit is such a good offense, and they put up so many points. He always gets their chance, and they love using him to just pump it in when they're in short yards, 5 yards from the touchdown. He is their man. I reckon David Montgomery anytime is going to hit every single game for the rest of the year. And I'm telling you now because I don't want to be late. I'm having 20 on him anytime, and I'm going to double it like we're supposed to. It could even be a leg for, if it stays on fire, it could be a fucking leg for Road to 20K one. If it stays at $1.90, 1 week we just have all it on David Montgomery anytime. But I'm going to watch it this week. I'm going to back it. Next game, Cardinals at Rams. Like the Rams in this spot. Like the Rams to just win. Like Puka Nacua. Like Cooper Kupp to go nuts. Like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase did last week. Like Kyron Williams, their running back. Like him to be just well coached. Should win this game. Philly at Jets. Funny story. Philly have never, ever lost to the Jets in the history of the NFL. They're 12-0 against the Jets. One's NFC, one's AFC. They only play each other once every 4 years, and they are 12-0. I don't think anything's changing. I think the Jets actually have a bit of a crack against them and play well. I'm looking more the under at this game. I'm probably not going to bet on it. I think Philly just win. They just don't lose football games. Philly, you can keep them close the whole game, but they're experienced, they're situational excellence, just everything like that. They just win games. They're going to win this game. A.J. Brown versus Sauce Gardner. It could be a Devontae Smith game. They'll run the ball. Jalen Hurts he'll rush a tud. And then Philly's D-line against the Jets' O-line is just going to be too strong. Philly win this game. I think it's pretty safe. I wouldn't be worried about having money on Philly. I will be. Giants at Bills. Bills are an absolute certainty. I'm a Giants supporter. They will touch us up. Yeah, you can nearly bet on anything in that game. Allen, Diggs. This could be the first. That Dalton Kincaid rookie tight end. This could be the first game he scores. And then Monday Night Football, or Tuesday day for us, Cowboys at Chargers. This game fascinates me. So for some reason, the Cowboys are a favourite going into LA when they got dog walked by San Fran 42-10 on national TV. This is a stat. The last 20 teams that have played San Francisco are 19-1. No, so 1-19 the next week. San Fran are so physical. They beat teams up. They hurt you. And now Chargers off a bye at home on Monday Night Football. Roughies against Dallas, who just got beaten up and demoralised by San Fran. I love the Chargers at $2.06. I cannot believe it's $2.06. I don't know what Dallas does better than the Chargers. They play better defense, but Justin Herbert's just so good at offense that I reckon it'll be a wash. Austin Eckler's back. He scores every time he plays. I reckon this is a game we sort of, a couple of safe bets and we multi it all into this on Monday. Bang into this on Monday. I'm going to do that. That's basically my one. That's basically all my tips. So I'm going to pause this now. I'm going to quickly put on all the bets. I'll outlay $100. I'll show you what I'm going to bet on. We'll put them up in the show, and then we're going to get to road to 20K, which is exciting. All right, $100 outlay. I've put 4 different 20-1 multis on, $20 multis on, and $20 on David Montgomery to score. So here's the first one. So Travis Etienne, Jags running back over 69.5. Raheem Mostert to score. Raheem Mostert 50 yards. San Fran to win. Kenneth Walker 50 yards. Goff 200. Stafford 200. Philly to win. Josh Allen 225. Chargers plus 7.5. That's at 13-1, that multi. Next one, Tua over 274.5. Purdy 200. Trev 225. Rams to win. Cooper Kupp 60. Philly to win. Hurts anytime. Buffalo to win. Justin Herbert 225. So it's all going to come into this Chargers-Dallas game. So then if I get cash outs or it's all like going into it, I'm excited. Montgomery just to score. San Fran to win. Miami to win. Bears plus 10.5. Seattle plus 7.5. Montgomery to score. Eckler to score. That's at $6.10. And then this is my favorite. McCaffrey to score. Tyreek Hill for 100 yards. His line's 79.5. I like him for 100. Jacksonville to win. Chargers to win. That pays 12-1. I got 20 on that. And now let's get into everyone's favorite show, the road to 20K. So last week we started hot. I'm going to get up the internet now. So welcome back to the road to 20K, where we are trying to turn $50 into 20K through 11 levels. I know everyone saw it last week. So we went 50 at $1.92 last week. Detroit head-to-head. Kansas plus 4.5. Tua 250 passing yards. 3 ticks. Got our money back. Now we're having $96 at $2.10 on something. 96 at $2.10. I will read you the multi now. San Fran to win. Miami to win. Tua 250 passing yards again. And Jacksonville plus 8.5 at home. Jacksonville Jags. They'll win outright. We're just getting all these points to keep it safe. That pays $2.19 odds boost. I have 96 on that to get back 210. We just need to get back 202. So San Fran, whenever they play, they just win. San Fran tick. Miami at home is being a buzzsaw this year. They're playing the worst side in the NFL. Two will have 250. Miami will win. Ticks. And then Jacksonville should win this game outright at home. $1.47 to win. I got them plus 8.5 all the way to $1.13 to get it to that $2.10 mark and win 210 up the 100K. Here we go. Road to 20K. Some of my picks. Tell me what you reckon. This will be on YouTube. Cheers.